greatest challenges in life is every day managing the time that I have. I imagine that that's a challenge for you as well, and I would love to tell you that I have the answer to all of your time problems, or that this week as we read and study together about time management that you will learn all the tricks you can use for the rest of your life. But the reality is just about the time you have figured out how to best invest your time today, everything changes. So you have to come up with a whole new plan. How confusing and what a challenge, but also what a wonderful reassurance to know that our God is the one who created the days and the nights, and He's the one that came up with this whole idea of time, and God will help us to be wise about using our time. This week we're going to be talking about time wasters and time savers, some of those things that tend to steal our time away, and then how we can maybe save time or make more of our time. We're going to also be talking about the importance of priorities, long-term priorities and short-term priorities. And then we're going to be talking about timely tips. I'll be sharing some tips with you that I have learned through the years that are helpful to me, but I do hope that in our discussion board that you'll have the opportunity to share some of your timely tips as well. We could always learn from each other some ways to save time or make more time. But you know, the reality is we have some facts about time that we can't change. As hard as we try, as much as we would like to change, these are facts. And now I learned in the 3rd grade, a long time ago, in science that facts are facts and they don't change. No one, nothing can change these facts. So let me share with you these 3 facts about time. Number 1, we all have the same amount of time. Now, it's tempting to look at other people and see how productive they are and just think, oh, well, she has more time than I do. But the reality is we all have 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, so the same amount of time. Often people look at me and say, well, you know, you don't have children. No wonder you've been able to do so much ministry and teach so many classes or write so many books. Well, that's true. I don't have children, but guess what? I have 24 hours in my day, just like you do. So fact number 1, we all have the same amount of time. Fact number 2 about time, we have all the time we need. God's the one who did create the days and the nights. He's the one that determined in each of our days we were going to have 12 hours, and in each of our nights we were going to have 12 more hours. Now, I don't know about you, but I always think the nights could be a lot longer so I could get more sleep. But we have all the time we need. That means we spend our lives determining what to do with our time. It's a fact. We have all the time we need. And number 3, if we feel pressured about time, and by the way, you always will feel pressured by time, but if and when you feel pressured by time, it means, number 1, you may be doing some wrong things. Maybe you need to evaluate some of the things that are taking your time, and maybe this isn't the time for you to do that. Maybe you could wait till later or ask someone else to do that for you. So you might be doing some wrong things, or you might be doing the right things the wrong way. Now, this is one of my favorite challenges. How can I be more efficient at doing the things that I must do? So as this week you think about your time and the priorities in your life and how you want to use your time according to God's perfect plan, I want to remind you of these 3 facts about time. Don't waste time fussing about it or complaining about it. Don't even whine to the Lord that you don't have enough time. Instead, just seek His wisdom, His guidance, so that you can invest your time in eternal things. God bless you as you use your time for God's glory.